Assalamu alaikum. You see it. Yes, you are going to make it. Mommy and me batii outfit. This is part one. We're going to be focusing on the mother, and the batii is going to be long sleeves. Let's go. First measurement, we are going to call this the elbow cross. So start from one elbow all the way across to the other. Second measurement is your batii length. You're going to take the number 1, you're going to step on it and go all the way across your body like so. Notice how I am not leaning too far to the left or too far to the right. Mark it on your fabric and then add additional 2 inches for seam allowance and cut off all of the excess. Next measurement is the neck hole. This is actually universal. You don't really need measurement. All you need to do is get 3 inches across, 4 inches down, and then connect the two together. Now for the front part, you're going to take the elbow cross measurement. You're going to divide that by 2 plus 1 and then mark it on your fabric. Make sure you add the plus 1 for seam allowance before you mark it down. Now before we continue to the next step, let's just go ahead and cut off the neck hole. And if you're new, just to hold your fabric in place so it doesn't move while you're cutting, pin here, here, and here, or just add a heavy object right here to hold it in place. Next is the armhole. Now since this is a batii, it is going to be oversized, so let's make it 13, and this is universal for batii armholes. And who made it universal? Well, I did, of course. Let me explain on how I got it. Typically, a 13-inch armhole fits a size 3X. Batiis are made to fit sizes small all the way to 3X. So, putting 2 and 2 together, conclusion. Okay, so we are marking our 13 down. Next, since this is going to be a long sleeve batii, we are going to mark from where we had our elbow number. We are going to move inward 5 inches. Go ahead and mark that down, and from here you are going to go to where that 13 was and you're going to connect it like this. The reason we move it 5 inches inward is for better flow, so it can sit nice and perfect. Once you're done with that, we're going to take our scissors and cut straight down. Ignore the ruler. I have no idea where I placed my chalk and I just had it, so I'm just using the ruler to make a straight line while I cut. Pause. Before you continue, make sure you have this. If you don't have this, go back and rewatch it. It is very crucial that you get this step down, because after this, we're making the sleeves and we're done. So if you're confused to this point, go back, rewatch it, and meet me back here. Now let's make the sleeve and we're almost done. Just grab one of the pieces, fold it in half. It should already be folded in half, and you're just going to fold it in half again. And we're going to match it to the sleeve hole like this. Typically, I would not care about the end here because I'm going to cut it anyways. But since this end, it's already neat and I don't feel like hemming the sleeve, we are going to use that as our base. And we're going to measure from there all the way up to your sleeve length. For the sleeve length, you will measure from here all the way down to however long you want your sleeves to be. Don't forget to add that 1 in seam allowance before you cut it off. All right, now we're going to match it to our dress armhole or our batii armhole. Make sure these 2 sides here are kissing each other, not overlapping. The only thing that should overlap is this portion right here. All right, now trace the armhole all the way out. Now at the bottom here towards the wrist, typically universal, it's 5, but since this is oversized, we are going to make it 7 inches. Next, we're going to go from the top here, we're going to mark down 12. And from this 12th line that we're going to mark here, we're going to draw a straight line all the way across. Then we're taking our 7 here and connecting it to where that 12th line is. And to make sure your line is straight, get a ruler just to make sure it's in place. Then from that 12, we're going to go all the way up to the batii, making sure the lines are touching. You should have something that looks like this. If what you see on the screen is what you have, congrats. Go ahead and cut everything out. Now you have your batii and your sleeve. Pause. Congrats! Round of applause. You should be proud of yourself because you are done making your batii pattern. And if you do not have this, pause, go back, rewatch it, slow it down if you have to. Make sure you get this because the next step is sewing. And if you do not have the pattern, you will miss out on the sewing. Lay it out like so you can see what you're working with. Then you're going to sew right here. Once you're done sewing that, you're going to connect the sleeve right here. Then once you're done that, you're going to sew from the end here all the way down. And then from the other side, all the way down. Now let's take it to the machine so I can walk you through the steps. It does not matter the type of machine you use, but everything that I'm using in this video is going to be linked in the description or my storefront. Go check it out. Starting with one side, you're going to make sure the lines are matching like so. Then you're going to fold it in about a quarter. And then you're going to fold it in again the second time. This is just to make sure that your seam are nice and neat, and if the fabric does flare, it doesn't ruin it. When you are starting to sew, always make sure you are backward stitching. All you need is just 2 stitches backwards and then continue on, and you will do the same thing towards the end. 2 backward stitches and then continue on. This will just ensure that the thread doesn't run away and destroys your fabric. Now once you've done both sides, you are going to hem around the neck, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Fold it in about a quarter, fold it in again, and then just sew all the way around. Your shoulders are done and your neck hemming is done. Next, we are going to move on to adding the sleeves to the batii. Lay your batii down, pretty side facing up. You will take your sleeve, you're going to match it pretty sides together, matching the end and the centerpiece. This is the centerpiece right here. You're going to take this center and you're going to connect it to the center of the shoulder piece of the dress, the shoulder piece that we have connected, making sure, of course, pretty sides are matching. It's very important to make sure pretty sides are matching so you're not sewing it in the wrong way. You're going to find the center of both, pin it down. Then you're going to take it and match it all the way out. You can pin it along the way, or you can just hold it like I'm doing here, all the way here. And then you're going to sew along all the way to the other side. And sewing this shut will be the same process, folding it in about a quarter and then folding it again, making sure you are 2 stitch back stitch and continue to sew. And when you get towards the end, again, 2 stitches back and then continue on to sew to finish it. Once you're done with that, you are almost done. If you like what you're seeing so far, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on that notification. Your batii should look like this. We're going to flip it though, because we want to sew from the pretty side end. This is where we have the shoulder, and this is where we connected the sleeve, and this is the end of our sleeve. Now we're just repeating the same process, making sure all of the ends are matching. You can pin it here if you want to hold it in place and just trace it all the way out. Here I'm just making sure that the sleeve are matching here towards the end. You can also pin it here as well if you want to hold it in place. Then we're doing our favorite handy dandy, folding it in about a quarter, folding it in again, and then sewing. You're going to start sewing from here all the way down to the bottom of the batii. You're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Once you are done with that, if your sleeve are not on the clean end like me, go ahead and hem the bottom of your sleeve. Once you're done, go ahead and hem the bottom of your batii, and you are done. Congratulations, you have made your first long sleeve batii. This is the exact and same method I use to make an abaya. If you like this type of tutorial, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and go to part 2 for the daughter.